This tutorial takes a look at how to create address books, which is a storage area for multiple addresses, and it also looks at the creation of individual addresses contained within those address books. We'll take a look at both manual input of these elements along with the available multiple import tools. So the first thing we need to do here is to navigate to the specific section within your Infigo admin area, and this is called Address Book Management. This area is solely for the creation and management of address books, which can then be assigned to different user-associated areas, such as customer roles or departments. To begin, we're going to actually manually create an address book by clicking on the Add button. Now you'll see there's not many inputs required here. We do just need to fill in some basic details for this particular address book. So first of all, we have the name and description, which are quite self-explanatory. I'm going to create one first of all, which is called General Addresses. Put in a description so we know exactly what this is. And then the last two checkboxes we have here are validate records and available for everybody. So validate records, when admins input addresses into an address book, this setting specifies whether the address is verified against your storefront's address settings. So this could be, for example, whether a company name is required as part of your address. And then we have available for everyone. So this setting means that any address within this address book will be available for any customer to use without them having to be specifically assigned to that customer. So once those are configured, I'm going to click Save and Continue. And you'll see that when we do that, we now get an additional tab appearing, which is the address list. And this is where you can begin manually inputting addresses to be contained within that address book. So we will start off just by manually entering an address. So if I go to Add, it'll take me to a new screen where I can input some address details. And then if we come down to the bottom of this screen, we have some more advanced settings for what we can do with those addresses. So these are a series of options available when inputting your address, controlling when that address can be used and how fixed or editable the information within that address is going to be. So firstly, you can define whether the address can be used for shipping or billing purposes. And that's just the two checkboxes at the top of this section of the list here. And then the final set of options that we have here, all which start with editable, controls what a customer will be able to modify when selecting that address. So you have the ability to make different parts of the address editable, such as the name, address fields, company name, or contact fields. And this is things such as email or phone number. Deselecting all of those options will mean that nothing on that address is editable when it is selected. Once we're finished with that, we're just going to click on Save. And then navigating back to the address list, we can see that that address has been granted an ID number and it's now input into our address book.